You can see here beautiful people dressed in beautiful attires. They are what makes me walk. When I look at them, I feel encouraged. Please, can we clap for the Mining Cadastral staff? The way you clap for me, come up and clap and clap and clap and clap. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please, it is not about me. Let's sit down. It is not about me. It is about you. I have a tenure, and I have a tenure to be able to lead. And we pray that very soon, one day, there will be succession, and one of you will be able to lead. So you have to watch and listen to what I say and what I say at places, so that tomorrow, if you are the one, you'll be able to now line that. Thank you very much. Having said that, I'm spending so many minutes on the introduction and protocol. I think this is a very important time for us. I believe we have gone to international trade fairs. I can't believe that this is happening in Abuja. I can't believe even in Nigeria. I can't believe that it's happening in Nigeria. So please, can we give ACCI a standing ovation? Without them standing up. Congratulations, and please keep the flag flying. We'll continue to give you the encouragement that is and support that is needed. Having said that, I will just take, this is the main keynote. I've said the keynote, appreciating all of you, but most importantly, let me come back. I'm not going to spend more than 5 minutes. I think I've spent much time already. For us to be significantly made to have a day today in this most important trade fair, which is being organized by the Abuja Chambers of Commerce and Industry. We feel, we ask ourselves, do we actually worth this? And it gives us a challenge as to going back and making sure that we work. And whatever we are doing, people are watching. People are watching us. Some people will now say, mining cadastre. What is mining cadastre? Mining cadastre is simply we have responsibilities as enshrined in the provisions of the Act. And the responsibilities are not other but to receive, consider, and dispose applications for mineral titles. Mineral titles in a layman form is licenses. And then grant, issue, suspend, with the approval of the minister, revoke titles, as the case may be, maintain chronological record of all applications for mineral titles, create and maintain a database, and at the same time create and maintain a cartographic mineral title and application, both paper and then digital format. Having said that, we need to be able to now know what is our relationship between the mining cadastre and ACCI. Definitely when you look at ACCI, there's a nexus already between the two of us. What are they talking about? They are talking about the Chamber's aim is to be able to now encourage greater understanding, cohesion, and unified sense of cooperation among businesses and business organizations. That's the first priority. Then the second one is protecting the interests of commerce and industry. I think I'm coming to the wrong place to say this, but at least I'll be talking to our cadastral staff. And the third and most important is to be able to now expressing the opinion of the business community on questions affecting trade, industry, mines and agriculture in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So, when you look at it critically, you now know that yes, mining cadastre has a responsibility. The fact that we issue licenses over mineral titles, we need to be able to now key in with the ACCI, particularly the fact that we have had reasons to attend their meetings, the NASIMA meeting in Lagos, webinars, and then at the same time webinars with ACCI. In fact, the first time that this thing came up, when I now saw their publication, I had to call the DG in the night. When I saw the publication, I never believed the quality of such work. How have we come to date? The evolution of this cadastral office, it started way back in 2006 when the reforms was done, and we have had 3 upgrades. The 3 upgrades simply, like in 2006, is to be able to now integrate the old titles into a system whereby it will now be configured because we are moving into the new system of cadastral system. So the first upgrade was to be able to now align ourselves with the Minerals Act and mining, the Mineral Acts and Regulations. So in 2007, the Act was enacted. And being that it was enacted, that was the first upgrade to align the 1999 Minerals Act titles in conformity with the 2007 Act. Then the second upgrade came when the mineral regulation came up. Then when the second upgrade came, there was a need to align with the 2011 minerals regulation because these are statutory laws of this country. So there's no way you can process a system without adhering strictly to the provisions of the Act. And remember, the World Bank, being that is the World Transparency International imbibed system, they were the one that actually intervened and created the mining cadastre in collaboration with the federal government. So a consultant was given that assignment. So they now brought up a system. In fact, if you come to the mining cadastre and mineral title applicants, if you tell them sifting, they know that that is the software that is being used. Then secondly, in 2011, we had to upgrade it. That was the second upgrade. The third upgrade is the current one that we are doing now, which is migrating, because during that first and second upgrade was computerizing the system because it was initially analog. Then this last one is to migrate the system into an online system, whereby sitting here with your phone, you can even submit an application. Anywhere in the world, you will be able to now submit an application, and that is the process that will commence sometime in I think 2015 or thereabout. The contract was signed in 2017, and then subsequently we are almost at the end of it, if not because of the pandemic. So, without having to bore you, I'm happy that there are many of us here that are mineral title holders, and we know the types of mineral titles that we have, and to make things easier for us, we have responsibilities, and the mining cadastre, out of the 6 mineral titles that we have, the mining cadastre approves 5, and then the minister approves the mining lease, because the mining lease, they have 10-year period. The mining lease is for 25 years. I don't want to bore you with those details. And then we have the structure of the department. That is why you find all the heads of departments of the cadastre, they are all here, whether it is registry, whether it is concession, and so on and so forth. Registry have responsibilities, human resources, we have units, and most importantly, they play their different functions. Above all, the ACCI has a responsibility, and what is the responsibility? Is to be able to now improve and then organize businesses and then harmonize things, and we at the same time, we must be able to now adopt strategies and implement them towards promoting ease of doing business. Because if we are not able to promote the ease of doing business in the mining cadastre, then we have no business at all. So we hinge our strategies on policies and strategy, resource, and then intervention. In terms of the policy, if you go to mining cadastre, there is this syndrome, use it or lose it. We give you the license, if you don't use it, we collect it. And we collect it in line with the provisions of the Act. I will have to jump because this is not a place for academics. We have all these things online, and you'll be able to now do that. But most importantly, we must be able to now look at what are we doing now. We are carrying out a lot of reforms. We are converting all our paper to e-records and archiving. We have one important project that is ongoing. That is the thematic map, which cuts across the entire sector. When we say thematic map on restricted areas, you must, I know ACCI, for instance, would be very interested to see that they have all on one layer: restricted areas, military zones, airports, pipelines, dams, forest reserve, just name them, market squares. I think every organization in this country will want to have that on one layer and superimpose on whatever activity that they are going. Because even our airports, even our communities are not on page and are not on one page. So the mining cadastre has a project that is ongoing, that is going to be done, and the contract has been awarded. And at the same time, this is working in collaboration with other agencies. And then we have topographic maps which we are doing. There are areas that have not been covered in collaboration with the Nigerian Geological Survey. What are the benefits of this online? Where are we? As I talk to you today, the Nigerian Mining Cadastre Office have gone online, and the system we use is the electronic mining cadastre. Many of us just know it as simply EMC Plus. So we have already we are working on it in-house. We have started processing applications using the EMC Plus, and very soon, maybe in the next couple of months, it's going to be launched to the public. But as far as the old system is concerned, we have been able to actually integrate it on the final stage. The benefits go a long way. You don't have to come from Australia and spend a lot of money, or Canada or anywhere, to come and submit applications. You don't need to go to the mining cadastre and submit or see anything that is happening in the mining cadastre. We need to be able to now look at a lot of things, and then the benefits are without, it goes a long way to decongest because of the COVID thing. People don't need to come there and feel themselves they have reasons to have been infected or whatever. So even the mining cadastre has taken care of the COVID pandemic issue. I think without boring you much, this is the little thing we have been doing in the cadastre, and we look forward to more collaboration with ACCI, and then particularly like even the export free zones, we need to be able to now capture them in terms of, so my brother, maybe when you go back, you let the MD know that we have a program that is capturing the trade-free zones, so that at the end of the day, we will not issue licenses on areas that there are some conditions tied to it. Like someone in the World Bank, in one of the presentations, I think my brother Dr. Garba was there, when the World Bank was considering this project. They now said someone was given a license that was well and over the airport. So the man in one of these foreign countries went there and sat on the runway. He looked at his license, he said, I have a license over this place. The plane was coming, he said, you can't go because the federal government has given me a license. What was the reason? Because there was no thematic map.